Phil Mickelson issued a weird statement yesterday after a story came out about Phil Mickelson's flirtations with Saudi Arabia surrounding a competing golf event for the PGA where players theoretically would make more money. And I don't begrudge anybody who decides to go out and try to find the best possible payday for their individual talents. But what's interesting here is Phil Mickelson said the quiet part out loud. He discussed Saudi Arabia's governmental history as part of the negotiation strategy with the PGA. And obviously, there have been all sorts of human rights issues historically in Saudi Arabia, much like there have been all sorts of human rights issues in China. If leagues, I'm going to be honest with you, if leagues came out and said, in order to do business in different countries around the world, we have to have a different standard of behavior based on the sovereign rights of these countries as opposed to what might be the laws in the United States. You know what? I would understand that. I would totally understand that. What I get fired up about is when we have the NBA, which is hypocritically lecturing us in the United States while turning a blind eye to what is going on in China, okay? So if Phil Mickelson or any other athlete decides, hey, you know what? I'm not particularly political. I'm going to try to do business as many different places around the world as I can. What is infuriating to me, though, is how the media all rained down on Phil Mickelson for just speaking out loud what Nike and the NBA and Apple and Disney and many other multinational corporations are doing on a day-to-day basis. All Phil Mickelson did was verbalize the fact that he was willing to do business with a country with far different values than the United States. And when he verbalized it and recognized and took note of the human rights issues in those countries, suddenly people criticized him for it. Well, why are you giving a pass by and large to the NBA? Why are you giving Disney and Apple and the LeBron Jameses of the world, and even worse than LeBron, the Nikes, and all of those people with Chinese shoe deals a complete and total pass while you are constantly lecturing us about social justice warriordom here in America and claiming you won't shut up and dribble? I am of the opinion that everybody should be held to the same standard. So if you are outraged by Phil Mickelson and his flirtations with Saudi Arabia, you should be far more outraged by what we're doing right now with China, particularly because, circling back around to where I started today, the most interesting part of our Trump interview from yesterday was the discussion about China potentially invading Taiwan. What is going on right now is we are allowing China, the most genocidal regime of our life, to destroy human rights, to put religious minorities in concentration camps, to sterilize people based on their backgrounds. And many of all of these athletes who claim to care so much about truth and justice are not willing to stand up for basic human rights around the globe. Either speak out for citizens of the world to all have basic human rights, or decide you don't care about anything but lining your own pockets, but don't think that you can do both and not get called out on the blatant hypocrisy based on China.